Hey, what's up guys? Stephen H back with you to show you another episode of Bloodborne for Beginners. You may notice that we're not in the Forbidden Woods. This is because I forgot that after you advance the night, you will receive another gift from the messengers. That is, you will only receive this gift if you have purchased the Old Hunters DLC. So, you receive the Eye of a Blood-Drunk Hunter, which beckons hunters to the hunter's nightmare. A deformed creature will whisk you away outside Odin Chapel. So, that is where you get snagged by the amygdala, and you can enter the hunter's nightmare from there. So, I am not going to enter the hunter's nightmare. Hold on, do I want more? I want more echoes from visceral attacks, because I do a lot of visceral attacks. And I think I would also like... No, what do I want? What do I want? I don't know what I want. Okay, whatever. So here we go. Back to... Oh, wrong one. Frontier Headstone. Back to the Forbidden Woods. Alright, so now we are going to go and use our handy-dandy elevator here that we unlocked in the last episode, or episode before last. And I like to wear my classy hunter outfit for hunting snake dudes. Because there are a lot of them. In fact, there are an absolute heck ton of them. So you're gonna come down here, and the first thing that you want to not forget whenever you're going through this area, well, I mean, you can forget it, you know, if you want, there's a special little place over here that has a little item that might be useful. Can't remember exactly what the item is. Ooh, hello, Mr. Executioner. So, we're gonna backstab this dumbass. Here we go. Hand right up your butt, and there you go. That's right. That's right, weeb. Twin bloodstone shards, yeah. Okay, I mean, I guess that's useful. So, now we're gonna come down here and kill these little snake ball guys. So, these snake ball guys are an interesting enemy. They move super slowly, and they're not really very much of a threat unless you have a lot of them. Because if you have a lot of them, then you'll have... you won't be able to stagger all of them at the same time, and so you'll have you'll end up getting stun locked. And as you just saw, they do deal quite a bit of damage. So we're gonna kill all the guys in this area. Okay, so I think once we kill those two fellows, there will be... Oh, hello. I didn't kill you. Huzzah! Yep, we're gonna back off. They do have a combo that is similar to other enemies' combos in the game, in that it can stun lock you if you don't dodge away from it. However, if you do dodge away from it, it has very little range, and so there's not much to do. So, a couple things about this guy that I failed to mention is that, well, okay, I already mentioned that he doesn't stagger, but he does deal slow poison damage, and he also has a grab attack that you need to watch out for, because it will kill you. That one right there. So, yeah, you're going to want to go at him with a heavy weapon. And if you're not going at him with a heavy weapon, you want to be very, very careful. So, I don't know how much talking I'll be doing in this episode, because, you know, once again, this is one of, you know, it's one of those areas in this game where you just, you don't really, there's not much strategy to it, you just have to kind of go. One thing that I do like doing here is I like sticking to the right hand side, because there are quite a few items here. So what I'll do is I'll stick to the left hand side, go as far as I can go, and then backtrack a little bit to get more of the items. I don't know if I'm gonna get all the items in this particular run, because, you know, I'm not doing this for my own playthrough. I'm doing this to show you guys, and you might get lost. So I think let's cross here. Is this where we want to go? No, it's not. So on the right hand side, there's one particular area where you have to jump across a gap, and it's an optional area, but it has a very useful item in it. It gives you what's it called? The graveyard set. That's what it is. It makes you look like a member of the KKK, only you're orange. It's a little stupid looking, but it has very high frenzy resistance, and frenzy is a damage type you will want to look out for later in the game. And so if you're planning for later, oh shit, yeah, there's that, okay, you know what, I'm gonna switch to the, white church garb, because I'm tired of getting slow poison. Okay. Do I hear another snake? Is that just me? I feel like that's just me. Alright. Okay. So we've killed everybody on both sides. And I don't know what I was gonna say. So we've killed most everybody on both sides. And so we're gonna proceed down the lane a bit. And one thing is, I don't usually like to go straight down the lane. I like to, like I said, I like to stick to the left, right here. Gosh, I don't know what I'm saying here. I like to kind of go off the beaten path, because on the quote beaten path is where you find a lot of really unpleasantness. Excuse me, real unpleasantness. Really unpleasant? I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway. So, can you get up here from there? No, you can't. Okay. So, we are going to approach this place. And here's going to be an enemy that we haven't encountered yet. He is a big snake boy. And I'm actually gonna see if I can hit him with some Molotovs, because I really don't like him. So, probably the most dangerous part about this guy is that attack right there. He will spit poison at you, and he also has some pretty damaging close combat attacks that you want to look out for. Think the combos that the snake balls have, only, you know, a little bit more so. There's also a rune back here, so keep that in mind. Oh, that's not a walkway. That's not a walkway. Here's a walkway. So yeah. I like to go through and kill everything. You don't have to, but I like getting guessed like this. Okay, so there's that, and one advantage of going this way is that you can bypass that, that big ol' snake ball, and you can attack him from behind. However, we don't want to attack him quite yet. What we want to do is we want to take on these fellows. Actually, we'll take on this fellow, and we're gonna lure him up here so that his friends don't get aggroed. Yeah, these guys are fuck. Oh jeez, I almost died there. These guys are real pain in the ass, as y'all have probably gathered. Not much fun. Come at me, you bitch. That's right. Who's your daddy? Okay, so what we're gonna do is, because we can't actually fight them one at a time, we are going to come up behind them, and we are going to use, actually I'm going to target this guy, and we are going to use this one. There it is. No transformation for you, please. There it is. And he died. So you get your first bloodstone chunk here. That's fun. Okay, so from here, you can choose whether or not you want to take on that snake ball. Honestly, it's kind of easier to just bypass it. However, I really, really super want to kill it because I hate snakes. I'm just kidding, I don't hate snakes that way. I just hate the snakes in this game. A Molotov upon you. Eat it, you nerd. So the other thing is you don't want to run up and just kill him from the front, because he has some other snake friends who are going to attack you as well. So be aware of that. Okay. Here we go. Also, there are a couple of big snake boys right here, and what I like to do is drop in like an idiot, and I like to attack them, because you can roll out just in time to not die, and then, yeah, that's that. So I like dodging through their little barf things. I almost call it barf balls, but that doesn't sound quite right. So I like dodging through their barf, so that I can get a little closer, but not die. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try and cut the crap here. There's a lot to explore in this area, and I am going to, at least in part, let you guys explore it on your own, because I don't think we have, I don't think we quite have enough time here to explore all of it. One thing I will say is, try not to get lost, because it is it is enormous, and it's pretty the enemies are pretty difficult, particularly those big snake boys. I really don't like them. Come on. Ow. Anyway, we're moving on here. Whoa, hey. I had no idea you could drop down there. Wow. That is really nifty. So, if you're going along the path here and you come to this ledge, you can actually drop down, and you'll come to... Alright, so... Why didn't you stagger? I don't like that at all. There you go. Okay. You'll come to this place, where you get another rune. There are a lot of runes in this area. So, it doesn't open from this side. Awesome. So, scratch what I just said, don't jump down there, because then you'll have to go up here, and you will have to fight this this fellow. So you can kind of tell that I'm not super well versed in this area of the game. No one really is. It's, yeah. You know, I can. So one thing you're gonna want to look out for is those guys with the snake whistles. That is going to summon in a whole host of other snake boys, and yeah, if you run into it, then expect to die. Like most things in this game, be careful, take it slow, and don't get caught. Alright, there's a piggo here somewhere. I don't know where he is. However, we're not really concerned with this. I can play through the rest of this area when I inevitably have to grind, because I'm under-leveled for the Shadows of Yharnam. But who cares? So we're going to go down here, and the first thing you want to do is you want to go past this piggo. Hello, piggo. Alright. Ow. Yeah, piggos are not hard unless you panic. Alright, so we're gonna go up. Hold on. Yeah, up here, and then I believe the shortcut is over here. So I'm sorry. I get that it's really disorienting. Probably my narrating this and going over and showing you how to get the shortcut might not even help you, because you might just get lost anyway. And that's no slight against you. That's just how weird this stage is. So before I show you where the boss room is, I want to go over here, which will bring me to some blobby heads, and a couple of neat items. Yeah. So this is the only part in this stage where you encounter blobby heads. They're actually, yeah, they're not a very common enemy in the game. They only appear in a couple of areas, and we don't want to Molotov those guys because they're weak to fire, and we really don't want them to start shooting stuff at us. And then we'll just massacre the rest of them because they're easy. Hello. Alright, you got another madman's knowledge. Oh, dealy. Here he is. And there he goes. So yeah, just some madman's knowledge is back here. You don't have to go through it if you don't want to, but there is a rune, anti-clock. I'm pretty certain it was anti-clockwise metamorphosis that I just picked up. Anyway, yeah. I'm sorry if this is not very helpful. I'm trying to kind of go quickly here for your guys' sakes. because I know that, you know, nobody likes watching like an hour-long video on the most miserable area in all of Bloodborne. So what I'm looking for right now is, you know what? Okay, screw this. I can look for that later. The point is, somewhere in here is the graveyard garb. And actually, I'll probably make a short episode on how to get the graveyard garb, because it'll be important for later. So here you can get another rune with some sewer zombies. Hello, sewer zombies. So I can tell from the damage that I'm dealing to these enemies that I'm probably am underleveled for the Shadows of Yharnam. And so we will go back to the dream dissipating lake. Excellent. We will go back to the dream at the end of this episode, and then we will grab some extra levels. Okay, so this part I would recommend going up this slope here, because there's a pig at the end of there, and if he notices you, he's gonna start squealing, and he's gonna charge at you. Hello, sir. Nope. Oh, no, I don't want to deal with the pig right now. Okay, here we go. Alright. So, there's the boss arena. It's fun, and we will go down there momentarily. Okay, so, I hope that this episode was helpful for you guys in kind of, you know, figuring out how to navigate the lower portion of the Forbidden Woods. I'm not really certain how to I'm not really certain how I would be able to express, you know, I'm not really certain how I would be able to narrate in such a way that would make it any easier. But yeah, so in the next episode we're going to be fighting the Shadows of Yharnam, and everything that comes with that. Yeah.